So, as you can hear, I'm sick, but I wanted to get on and talk today about being sick in America when you have a job and responsibilities. Hi, I'm Kim. I am on a mission to make my last decades my best decades. Today is not, well, that's not true. I was going to say today is not part of a good part of those decades because I had to call in sick basically to my internship. For those of you that don't know me, I am about to finish my master's degree to become a social worker and become a therapist. And that requires a lot of working unpaid internships. So I'm on my last one. It's a lovely place. I love everybody there. It's a private practice that does one on one therapy. Um, or family therapy. It's not all one on one, but quit saying I did not go last week because I threw my back out. I have a history of I've had back surgery, blah blah blah, and then I got a double ear infection. So it seems like impossible that I could be like sick this week. So I messaged my friend and was like, "How sick?" Like voice messaged. I'm like, "I'm trying to listen to how sick I sound. Can I go to my internship today and get away with them not knowing that I'm sick?" Even though I feel terrible and I don't want to go, I missed last week. And she was like, "No, my friend, you sound terrible." So I sent a voice message to my clinical director, who's a lovely person, and the office manager, who is also a lovely person, because I felt the need for them to hear me to know that I was being truthful and was actually very sick. And they responded with such kindness, especially my clinical director, that I got teary. And it just got me thinking, and also voice messaging back and forth with my friend this morning to process this, that that's how it should be. Like, if we're sick, our first thought should not be, how do I go to work or how do I get out of work, but have them know that I'm really sick. Like, it should be, I am not feeling well at all. What do I need to do to take care of myself? And when my clinical director responded, she said, "If you're okay on hours, why don't you just take today?" Because I was going to go ahead and shadow her sessions, at least in the morning, because they're virtual. I offered to do that and said I could work on, my other training. And I also have a presentation to get ready. And I have weekly homework that she requires us to do. I'm like, I can work all that stuff from home. And she so kindly said, "If you're okay on hours, why don't you just take today and rest?" And then it was period, like really rest. And I just got teary. Like I could get teary talking about it again. It's like, what is wrong with us that that response can be so jarring in a good way? And so I responded back and was like, "I really appreciate that. I'm not ahead on hours, but worst case, I will take time off of my paid job, if it gets close to the end of when I can do my hours and I'm short." And she responded back again and said, "Your last couple of weeks have been a beat down. I just really think you need to take care of yourself." And that's just, it's lovely and it's the way it should be. And it feels so foreign. I should preface this by saying I work for I work as a nanny for my paid job, like close to 30 hours a week. And I've been there almost 3.5 years. They have 4 kids that are now 3 to 10. And I always feel guilty if I have to take a day and I'm actually sick. And when I and I always give them notice. And I think there was one time I like literally was throwing up all night and I texted her like 5 o'clock in the morning, was like, "I'm not gonna be able to make it." But typically I know the day before, like my back is out tonight. I'm also going to need to take a muscle relaxer tomorrow, which means I can't drive and can't work. And I literally get no response. Like, no, sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better. Don't worry about us. Boo. F you. Like, nothing. I just get no response. And I know that's not right, and that says more about them than it does me. I'm just used to, and actually, my friend pointed out prior to this current job, for 2 years, I worked for an online educational, in an educational sales position. If you can hear that beating, I have upstairs neighbors whose child is clearly home for the summer. Um, and they were a soulless company, like, just anyway. That's just, if you live in America, that's just how we are, and it's sad. And today has just been a good example for me of, I am not what I do. I'm worth taking care of myself when I'm sick, and I don't have to like prove it or make up for it. It's just, I mean, I hate it that I'm sick. I want to be in there doing my hours. I want to be feeling well and, you know, doing what I need to do. We all know the feeling of when you can't do that, just the pressure that builds up of of getting further behind. So, I don't know what the point of this is. I just wanted to, I guess, just kind of document how it's sad where we are as a society, but also just that kindness that I received today, how meaningful that was. Like, literally, I teared up, and it's like it gave me permission to take care of myself. And I'm a 61-year-old woman that should not need permission from anybody for anything. But growing up in America, living in America, surviving in America, it just feels like I'm letting someone down if I'm sick. So, anyway, that's my little diatribe for today. I may, since I am just kind of couch rotting, try to maybe edit some other videos. I cannot seem to be consistent on here. But anyway, oh, first cough. Thanks for watching. It's not too late. You're not too old. And I will see you hopefully soon in the next video. And yes, this is raw and real. No makeup. I don't have my little fake tooth in. This is sick, Kim.